everyone, my name is Noah, and today we're shooting a video talking about like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Hold on, Gracie. Get it out. Okay. Sorry, just had to let my dog out of my room. Okay, so basically, yeah, we're just going to be talking about the timeline of Friday the 13th. So I was just messing around with my movies and I was trying to think because obviously in here his mask gets cut off. But for some reason, in all of the later movies, his mask is back to normal. So what happened? And plus, boom, back to normal. And then VII, VII. So, like, we can say that he got a new mask, but they look really different. So what happened? Well, you see, my theory is that there's 3 different split timelines. I know, timeline. So, the timelines are. So, first it all starts out normal. Mother, Jason, and then some other guy, and then Jason is somehow alive, and yeah. So then, there is a timeline where VII happens, right there in the middle, which would mean this one didn't happen if VII was there. So yeah, so then part VII is somewhere else. So yeah. So there's a timeline where his mask gets cut, and then boom. So we already have our first timeline with, I'm just going to call that the cut timeline. And then, now there's also Freddy versus Jason. So yeah, we also have to figure out where the Friday the 13th, where the Nightmare on Elm Street movies take place in this. But yeah, then there's also one where he's chasing some girl, where he didn't go through the cut timeline. Obviously, by the mask in the beginning of the movie. Not even cut, so yeah. So, then we have that. And then there's the Jason Goes to Hell timeline. So yeah, 3 different timelines. But where does Nightmare on Elm Street take place in this? Well, let's see. Freddy vs. Jason is apparently already with the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So, but where is Freddy vs. Jason? Well, the cut timeline is already out of it because, well, in Freddy vs. Jason, he obviously has his mask obviously isn't cut. So, the cut timeline is out of it. So then we already have these 2 timelines to go with. But what if there's 4 timelines where none of these timelines ever happen? So yeah. Let's see this. Well, this apparently takes place after number 6. And I'm not counting Wes Craven's New Nightmare because that's just a movie. Within a movie. You know. It's literally supposed to be a movie. So yeah. So, this one, not existing. So yeah, where does this take place? Does anything else happen in between these movies? Obviously it has to, because Freddy's dead, the final nightmare. So how is he back alive? Well, they killed him. They killed him, and then he says that he needs to be remembered because they don't fear him anymore because he's dead. So then he brings back Jason. So, is there any other timeline that would fit in with this? I don't think so. I don't think the Jason Goes to Hell timeline would make sense with it. It might. So yeah, that's my timeline. That's all I have so far. But yeah, if you guys think that there's another timeline that should be involved, remember there's 4 timelines. There's the Jason Goes to Hell timeline, Jason X timeline, and then there's the cut mask. Then there's the cut timeline. So, and then there's also just everything goes normal. Nothing happens, and yeah. And then he just ends up fighting Freddy. Perhaps the Freddy is in their own timeline. So there might be a FVJ timeline. So there might be a FVJ timeline. What do you guys think? So yeah, nobody has ever really thought that any of these movies were really have a timeline, but yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we just always thought that, hey, they're in order, but how on earth could he go to hell and then be in the future with not being in hell? It's weird. Or these movies take place before. But that would be impossible. So, doesn't say that this takes place in any specific year, and it obviously doesn't because they're not in space or anything. This movie came out in 2009? When did this movie come out? 2002, so these were made before each other, so. But how would that make sense since this one has cafes and stuff? How would that make sense? Yeah, so there's obviously a timeline in here. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think that there's an actual timeline, or I'm just being crazy? Hold on. Do you think that there's an actual timeline, or if I'm just being crazy? Please tell me. Bye.